an exceptional international forum to share the state of the art, research, knowledge, and results, innovative theories, methodology applications of artificial intelligence. Moreover, the conference aims to provide a platform for research and practitioners. I invite G. Srilatha, third year Icaaiml, Tulasi, third year Icaaiml, Saranya, second year Icaaiml, for a prayer song.
मुदाकरात्मोदकं सदा विमुक्तिसाधकं खडाधरावरं सकं विनाशिलोकरक्षकम् अनायकैकनायकं विनाशिदेवदैत्यकं नताशुभाशुनाशकं नमामि तं विनायकम् जय गणेश जय गणेश पाहि मां जय गणेश रक्ष मां जय गणेश पाहि मां जय गणेश रक्ष मां नयेतरादिभीकरं नवोदितार्थभास्वरं नमत्सुरारिनिर्जरं नदाधिकापदुर्धरं सुरेश्वरं विधीश्वरं गजेश्वरं गणेश्वरं महेश्वरं तमाश्रये परात्परं निरन्तरम् जय गणेश पाहि मां जय गणेश रक्ष मां जय गणेश पाहि मां जय गणेश रक्ष मां महागणेश पञ्चरत्नमालयेन योगहं रजत्पतिप्रभाते हृदिस्मरं गणेश्वरम् अरोगतां सुसाहितीं सुपुत्रतां समायुतायुराष्ट्रभूतिमभ्युभैति शोचिरात् जय गणेश पाहि मां जय गणेश रक्ष मां जय गणेश पाहि मां जय गणेश रक्ष मां जय गणेश रक्ष मां
Now, I invite Dr. Raja Vikram sir, Dean, Director of Continuing CSE Allied Branches and Head of CSE Department onto the stage. I request you to please seat, sir. I invite Professor B.D. Chaudhary sir, Dean of IT Services and Head of IT Department onto the stage. I invite Dr. J.R.P. Jani ma'am, Head of CSE Icaaiml Department onto the stage. I invite Dr. Chandrasekhar sir, Dean Academics, onto the stage. I invite Professor Lavanya Kumari ma'am, Head of CSE DS Department, onto the stage. I invite Dr. Ravi Krishna sir, Head of AIDS Department, onto the stage. I invite Dr. Sridhar Babu sir onto the stage. Now, I invite Dr. Kaushik Kumar Sir, Chief Guest of the program, Associate Professor in Department of Mechanical in Birla Institute of Technology and Science, Mesra, France. I request Dr. Chandramohan Sir, Guest of Honor for the program, Assistant Professor of IIIT 3CP. I request Dr. Raja Vikram Sir to hand over the bouquet to Dr. K. Kaushik Kumar Sir. I request Professor B. Chaudhary Sir to hand over the bouquet to Dr. B. Chandramohan Sir. Let's illuminate the future of artificial intelligence and machine learning together by light lamping ceremony.
Loading. ఇక్కడ బ్లర్గా ఉంది ఏమని పెట్టదు రెడీ పెట్టు
Now, I invite Dr. G. Rajavikram Sir to speak a few words and brief about the conference. Please, sir.
A very good morning to everyone. First of all, I would like to welcome all the dignitaries on the dais, Dr. Kaushik Kumar sir, Dr. Chandramohan sir, Dr. Sridhar Babu garu, editorial member, Dr. KCS sir, Dean Academics, heads of the departments, all the participants from other institutions, participants of our own institution, and all the student audience. I welcome you all for this first international conference on applied artificial intelligence and machine learning. It's an era where artificial intelligence and machine learning is booming and it is finding its applications into all the domains. Every way of life is today enhanced. The application is enhanced by including artificial intelligence and machine learning. So in this era, it is need of the hour to discuss, to portray the research innovations in this area and make sure our students and our community is abreast with the latest happenings in the industry. So considering that, we have planned this conference and I thank the management for giving us support in making this possible and also the external support given by Sridhar Babu garu and all the deans, heads who have cooperated so that this event made possible. We received a very good response after announcing this conference. A total of 250 papers received from this as part of this conference, and meticulously we have reviewed them, and finally 140 papers are accepted and registered. So I congratulate all the participants, all the members who have kept trust and sent their papers to this conference, considering that this conference will definitely give their research a good view outside so that it can be published and it will be useful for the society. So the purpose for which this conference is organized, with the amount of response we have received, we assume that it is being success and it is served. So with this short note, I would like to once again welcome all the members, especially the chief guests and the guests of honor, for making it possible today, all over leaving their regular activities and present here to deliver their keynote address and enlighten our students with the latest happenings in this artificial intelligence and machine learning domain. I thank you once again for all the participants and all the best for this conference. Thank you.
Thank you for your insightful words, sir. I request our chief guest, Dr. Kaushik Kumar, sir, Associate Professor of Birla Institute of Technology, Mesra, Ranchi, and guest of honor, Dr. D. Chandramohan, sir, Assistant Professor of IIIT Sri City, AP, to release a song.
ఇది మా స్పీకర్కి ఇక్కడ పెట్టుకో దీంతో మాట్లాడి
Now I invite Dr. Kaushik Kumar sir to speak a few words.
Here it is fine, sir.
Good morning. Am I audible? No. I'll do one thing. This is for? Okay, fine.
And this
I don't think. I just wanted to know to what frequency I should go, because I'm habituated with handling around 120 students in the class. So now am I audible? Last person. Okay. I'm really honored, and I thank personalities here on the dais for calling me out traveling for last about a day. Now, regarding Icaaiml, uh, I'll just tell you a story. It happened with me. Like every engineering graduate, after coming out of the college, yeah, hello. After coming out of the college, uh, we have a different dream. Something like we are going to join an industry, we will change the world, we will do miracles, things, and so on and so forth. So, like every student, I also had the same dream. And once I came out from the college, in our times, uh, it was mostly I did my undergraduate from REC Warangal, which is now NIT Warangal. And I got a job in Thapar Group, Balapur Industries, in their manufacturing unit because I was a mechanical engineer. So I was in the mostly that manufacturing part, estimation, manufacturing, so on and so forth. So I joined on a Monday. I met the CEO. He told me, okay, you roam around the factory for next 6 days. Come back to me on next Monday. So, being a very enthusiastic youngster, I carried my notebook, jotted down everything what was available all over the factory. Came back on Monday. He told me, "What did you see?" I scrawled my notes. There were so many instruments. This is their capacity. This, that. This. No, 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 no. Go there for one more week. So one more week, I was roaming around. I didn't know what to look at. But I was very much anxious that he is going to give me some job in which I'll show my caliber. Same thing happened third week as well. Then I started becoming frustrated. What I'm doing? For first 1 month, I draw my salary without doing anything, excepting roaming around. After 1 month, then I was a bit. I was thinking whether I should stay back or look for other job. But Ballarpur being under Thapar Group, one of the biggest group, I was also very much curious about what he wanted to say. After 1 month, he called me once on a Monday, and he told me, "Come on, come along with me." I started walking with him. He was just going. Suddenly, he stopped near a machine and told the operator, "You didn't change the gear?" I said. So he said, "No, sir, actually the production load was very high, so I didn't do it." "No, no, no, please do it." Then he went for the other one, some other machine. There he told the same thing, "You didn't replace this or you didn't oil this." And then he came back. I was coming back. I thought, maybe, I don't know, I should have told him that he was not doing his job or whatever it is. Then he asked me that, "Did you learn anything?" I said, "Yes, I must have if I'm a supervisor, then I must know that these works are pending and this has to be done." Well, no, not that way. Actually, what I wanted you to know is get your ears tuned to the natural frequency of the machine. Once your ears get tuned, anything different from that, you can always catch, even you know where it is happening. I think that was the startup of Icaaiml. Exactly, that is what we are doing in Icaaiml. So I'm not a person from Icaaiml, but somehow I have been with the Icaaiml from the inception in a different way, obviously. But that is what we are doing now in Icaaiml. We are feeding the data, getting back the feedback, and the machine is responding to what it has to be done or what is to be done there. So that was my experience of AIML way back around 30 years. So you are more concerned about it, you're more specific about it, you are more adapted to it. But thing is that it's fine. Ultimately, it's you are supposed to give a data and you are supposed to get the feedback. That is where we are working now as AIML. In my keynote, I'll be talking about artificial drones. Basically, I'm working with artificial drones now, mostly for surveillance and for mm, agriculture and other activities. But uh, I'll talk about it when I talk about it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your story with us. Now I request Chandramohan sir to speak a few words.
Good morning, one and all. Good morning to the dignitaries on the dais, and participants, faculty colleagues, and my dear students. A very good morning to all of you. I'll quickly conclude. First of all, I congratulate Vignan Institute of Technology and Science to initiate such a first international conference on applied AI and ML. So it's a great response for first conference. I saw here 250 plus papers in first conferences. That is great achievement. And out of it, 140 plus papers accepted. The acceptance ratio is very high. Usually, we produce more papers. Then day by day in next conferences, we will go for acceptance ratio will reduce drastically. So if acceptance ratio is reducing drastically, which means the conference rating is increasing drastically, that is the symbol usually we look into. So AML, so I'm respective person related to AML department and computer science department. I'll speak 1 hour on AML only, next 1 hour. And my research area related to bioinformatics and deep learning. So these two are correlated to each other, and moreover, we are working on real-time projects. I'll discuss that also next in keynote speak. So first of all, thank you organizers, and thank you organizers for inviting me here. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. I request all the HODs to felicitate the guest of honor, Dr. D. Chandramohan sir, Assistant Professor of Triviality Sri City, Andhra Pradesh, and Chief Guest of our program, Dr. D. Kaushik Kumar sir, Associate Professor of Birla Institute of Technology, Mr. Ranchi.
I request all the HODs to felicitate Dr. Sridhar Babu sir.
Just to give a brief overview, we have very eminent researchers among us today. You see Dr. Kaushik's research credentials. He has almost 5,000 odd citations for his research papers. 5,000 citations is not very small. It is like top researchers at world level. They have that level of research citations. So for students, those who don't know, research citation is something where I publish a paper, somebody will use it or quote it in their paper, that is a citation. So 5,000 odd times that is being done in these research papers is a very, very big achievement. A big round of applause from the research paper. And we are very fortunate that we have among us today. And definitely our students and our faculty community will be definitely helped and they will receive very good research inputs. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Now I request Dr. Sridhar Babu sir to come and speak a few words.
Today's chief guest, respected Kaushik Kumar sir, assistant professor in BID Western Jharkhand, and guest of honor Chandramohan sir, employee Sri City, Andhra Pradesh, and my friend Professor K. Chandrasekhar from Indian Institute of Science and Technology, and CSA HOD Dr. Raja Vikram Garu, and other HODs and deans, faculty members and students, a very good morning to one and all. First of all, I would like to thank the Indian Institute of Technology Science Principal, Dr. Sukumar sir, and R&D Dean, Dinesh Kumar sir, and my friend Dr. Chandrasekhar sir, and the HOD Raja Vikram sir for making me part of this prestigious first international conference on applied artificial intelligence and machine learning. See, as you know, nowadays the AI and ML is playing major role in all fields, including health and education sector also. Now we are using these two domains, AI and ML, in solving complex problems related to all the domains. Now, I request every one of you use this opportunity as a platform to share your knowledge, ideas among yourself and among your other researchers, and also you can share your ideas and thoughts with today's chief guest, Dr. Kaushik Kumar sir, and also Chandramohan sir. See, as a returning member of this conference, myself and Kaushik Kumar sir, and Professor Chandrasekhar sir, Raja Vikram sir, and Dinesh Kumar sir approached many journals. We applied many proposals to the Springer, elsewhere, and also other computer publications, but finally we got the approval from few nice journals like AIP Conference Proceedings, and also we got the publication partnership with elsewhere journal, that is Journal of Engineering Research, and also we got one special issue in Digital Publisher Journal, that is Open Computer Science and Engineering, and also we got one more special issue in Journal of Technology. It's also a SCI journal. So we approached many journals to make them a part of this conference. I think many of the papers got acceptance in AIP and also some other journals like Open Computer Science. And so once again, I thank the management of this Icaaiml Institute of Science and Technology and the faculty of CSE and CSE-led branches uh, for giving this opportunity to make this program a very grand success. Thank you everyone. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is a short break of 10 minutes. The break will be preceded by keynote addresses.
Request all the members after the tea break, please assemble here. We start with keynote address by Dr. Kaushik Kumar sir. Thank you.
Half an hour recording. అవును సార్
అలా ఇచ్చేసి
రబ్బర్ వాడి కింద రబ్బర్ వాడి కింద వాడి
అయ్యో రెండు ఉంటాయి అయ్యో ఫైవ్
మాన్యువల్ గా ఆన్ చేస్తాను.
సార్ అక్కడ స్టూల్ ఉంది, స్టూల్ తెచ్చుకో. కిరణ్
వెళ్తున్నారా మీరు?
టీ
ఇప్పుడు వచ్చేసారి వాటర్ బాటిల్స్ ఎక్కడ ఉన్నాయి?
ఏఎంఎల్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ లో ఉంది, మీకు ఎన్ని కావాలంటే అన్ని ఇస్తుంది. ఏఎంఎల్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ లో అటెండర్ ఫాస్ట్ పంపిస్తారు.
సార్
మేడం
ఇంకొక ప్లేట్ ఇవ్వండి. సార్ వస్తున్నా. అంటే ఫోనే ఇచ్చేసి చేసేసారి చెప్పే తీసారు చెప్పినట్టు నేను వద్దు
overseas, which has recently been one in Brussels, one in Muscat, one in Yes. Because 68 vaccines, I am in 2001. I have seen CS vaccines. These are that time, Boeing sir was there.
ఇక్కడ ఏమైనా చేయగలిగితే ఇక్కడ చేయండి. ప్రీవియస్ కొంచెం మైక్ ఆఫ్ చేస్తే
అది కమలం కదా
సార్ వస్తున్నాను హలో
ఈ మ్యాచ్లో నేను చెక్ చేసినాను సార్
మ్యూట్ అది
I welcome everyone once again. Please be seated as we are about to start the keynote episode. Ladies and gentlemen, it is our honor to introduce Dr. Kaushik Kumar Sir, a renowned expert in mechanical engineering with a PhD from Jadavpur University and a MBA in marketing management. Dr. Kumar Sir brings a unique blend of technical and management expertise. He has an impressive 23 years of teaching and research experience with a focus on innovative areas like composites, optimization, and rapid prototyping. His work has led to an astonishing 32 patents and numerous publications, including 55 plus books, 90 plus book chapters, and 200 plus research papers. Dr. Kumar Sir is a celebrated author, editor, and a reviewer with many awards and honors to his name. Notably, he received the Distinguished Alumnus Award for Professional Excellence 2023 from his alma mater, National Institute of Technology, Bangalore. As a seasoned academician, Dr. Kumar Sir has guided numerous students, delivered expert lectures globally, and secured research projects worth over 1 crore from government and international sources. I request Dr. Kaushik Kumar Sir to come onto the stage and start the keynote address.
Slide changer. Slide changer you have or you will be doing it?
I'm doing it.
Okay, fine. Good morning and welcome back. Before I go into this drone, artificial intelligence and drone, where do you want me to? Fine. Uh, we let me first take out certain things. For example, the UAVs, unmanned vehicles. There are two type of UAVs. One is returnable and one is non-returnable. For example, a missile is also a UAV, but it's a non-returnable UAV. It is also a drone, but a non-returnable drone. When I talk about a spacecraft, unmanned spacecraft, that's also is a unmanned vehicle. So basically, we are trying to introduce artificial intelligence into unmanned vehicles in whole. For example, everybody of us watched the Chandrayaan movement and all these things. And but there are certain issues which are coming up very strongly nowadays when people are working with drones. Like uh, you cannot fly a drone. You have a restriction. You cannot fly a drone as and when, as and where you want it. Now, when you add up artificial intelligence into it, it becomes much more, you can say, venerable. Uh, there's both way. It's a boon as well as a curse. So I'll try to talk about mostly the way it has been used. I'll not go into the defense part of it because that's a very restricted area. I'll talk about the crisis management, drones used in crisis management worldwide. I have few case studies available. Yeah. So this is what the UAV talks about. And next, please. And this is what I was talking about, the uh, one-way traffic and both-way traffic. The drones which are supposed to come back, returning home, and the drones which are not supposed to come back, go completed. Like the replica of the Chandrayaan, what we saw. Or next, please. Next. No, before. Or the missiles, you fire it and forget it. But they are also guided. Like the missiles cannot go just like that. You have to have some artificial intelligence component into it, where it goes a track, travels a track, goes a pre-decided one, and then finally drops the bomb or destroys it and never comes back. But in drone, what we require is going and coming back. Now, this has created two problems. Number one, the size of the drone, in the sense, the amount of energy that is required, because it has to travel double. So obviously, the size equivalent one has to be double the size because of the batteries. Secondly, the distance of control. Normally, if I'm controlling a drone, the whether I'm controlling it through monitor, through Wi-Fi or whatever it is, there is a certain distance. Beyond that, I cannot do it. Now, all these restrictions are coming into play where we are trying to put in something other than pure single drone. And most important is data. For example, the drone is supposed to go there and collect data, where it is going to dump. If it is supposed to keep it to himself, then I need a storage, a data storage available in the drone itself. If it is supposed to transmit it, then the distance should be such that such transmission occurs. So these are certain limitations where we are trying to implement artificial intelligence, so that we get the final data. So basically, I'll talk about 2-3 cases where these drones have been used worldwide for crisis management. Next, please. Next. 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 Yeah. Now, there was a wildfire in California wherein around 15 lakh, 1,53,000 1,53,620 kilometers were affected, killing more than 80 people. Now, the problem is to estimate the damage. Who's going to do it? Since it's a wildfire, we cannot do it by land. It has to be aerial. Now, aerial means either it will be a manned vehicle or an unmanned vehicle. Manned vehicle means, again, I don't know where to go. Unmanned vehicle, I can use with artificial intelligence so that it goes exactly in that circle. So they used, next please. Yeah. They used around 518 flights of drone. 16 UAV teams were there to do it, and around 70,000 images were captured. The problem was it was around 500 GB data. Who's going to process it? Where it is going to get processed? So what these people did was they overlapped those datas and took out the best out of it. And then then they got this identified version wherein the specific spots were noted with drone, the spot which is good, which is bad, which is worst. They divided these data into three categories and then gave us only this much of data which they could process in their own system, and gave the rescue team the final intimation that you have to go to this particular address, 70 latitude, this. There you find a person. Now, apart from this part, there was one more aspect which was again done through AI. Any moving portion, like a hand moving, or a leg moving, or a head moving, that was fed into those drones. Those images, videos were fed into that drone, and the drone matched it up in order to find it out artificial intelligent way, and got back that there is one man stranded. Please rescue him. He is still alive. So they identified not only the extent of damage, they also identified the person who is dead and the person who is still alive. And the rescue team could rescue a lot of people. Only 80 got killed. If you see 620-acre land being under fire, killing only 80 people, it is something which could have been much more higher if properly these things wouldn't have been handled. I'm not saying that 80 people we could have saved it. Okay, we could have saved it, but at least we saved another 160 who were stranded or who were still alive when they started looking for the people. Second case came with a cyclone in Malawi. Now, this, both of them almost in the same year, like 2018, the wildfire was there in California. 2017, this was in Malawi, wherein again the drones were flown. Now, here they did one more aspect. Can you go just one more slide? No, back. Okay. Next. Hello. Here, what they did is they had a direct link of the camera with the ground people. Like if you see, drones allowed the ground team to see from the aerial perspective for better understanding of the damage caused by the cyclone. And in next case, next please. Next. In Mozambique, they used swamp drones. Drone swamp means you have a group of drones working together, in which one drone, the work of one of the drone is just to collect data. So individually, you can have lighter drones and one drone to collect data, to process this 500 GB data, for which we used to have it down, bring down the drone, get the data, process it, and then work it out. In this case, the whole thing was done at the air level itself, directly. So they applied a deep learning application into the data what was achieved, and then they screened it in order to see the effect of the cyclone to the Mozambique uh, community. Next, please. Next. So, when we talk about this AI, we have one part that is AI during live drone footage, AI for situation monitoring, then yep. So this basically what it means is I need, see, AI is not something which comes as a hardware. It is basically a software. So you have to tune your software. The moment you go in tuning your software, it has to come up with some application. So either I would require the data analysis, or I will require the what do you say, that transfer of data, or I will require the for example, if I'm transferring images, for say I'm transferring 10,000 images, the clarity of the image again is a problem. The resolution of those images are also a problem. So how to maintain all these things? So when I talk about AI, I'm not talking about something which is without any end result. When I'm doing AI for position monitoring, I have to feed the data of accurate position monitoring. Like you have Google database, which has answers to, I think, everything. Or you have Chat GPT, which can answer anything. But you have to pose a proper question in order to get a exact answer. So AI also has, you have to create that software. You have to put the input of that software in a proper manner. Then only you're going to get, there cannot be a problem in this. And I'll just tell you one small incident. One famous palmist was there who used to read and speculate about your future and all these things. So he was shown one palm, a picture of the palm, and he speculated that it is a very good, he is a very gentle natured person. He will get married very soon and he will have his family and he will live long. Then he was told that that palm was for a chimpanzee. Now the problem is the basic data was a problem. His deduction was not a problem. He deduced looking at the various lines. But if you give a wrong input right in the beginning, then your whole work will be obsolete. So that's why you have to be very sure about, for example, if I'm working with an unmanned vehicle, I'm not talking about a drone, not talking about an aerial one, even an unmanned ground vehicle, then I must give him all the issues that can happen and what to do if this happens. If I miss any data, for example, there was one artificial vehicle which killed a woman in, this happened in New York, I presume. He killed that woman because the woman was not traveling by the zebra crossing. She was traveling somewhere else. And the data fed to him was that whenever you see any movement in the zebra crossing, you please stop. But they never said that during motion, if you find any movement, please stop it. So what I'm trying to insist is, when your main aspect is giving the direction and giving the input, and that has to be very, very foolproof. And if you want to do it foolproof, then your objective has to be very small. You cannot give a foolproof data for a very large objective. That's why we are saying, when we are doing with AI for monitoring, AI for surveillance, AI for travel, AI for this, AI for that, we have different drones designated for different aspects. And the narrowness of that aspect can make you more advanced and more perfectly written down program, and the operation will be very perfect. For example, many of us may have played with a robot, line traveling robot, a car which travels on a line. Basically, the microprocessor, microchip has been programmed that whenever there is a change in color, you please rotate till both the colors are same. And it has been given so strictly, that means so specifically, that you will never find that coming out of the track which you are giving. So that is what, once we program, see, artificial intelligence cannot be a universal thing. It has to be specific. That's what I am trying to insist. Be very specific on whatever artificial intelligence or machine learning you are working with. For example, the story I said, if you just convert it into a computing thing, I have to feed the data about the frequency generated by a machine because of malfunctioning of the gear, or because of malfunctioning of the motor, because of malfunctioning of the shaft, because everyone rotating has to give out some frequency, has to give out some sound. If your fan is rotating on top of you and there is some problem in the bearing, you'll find a noise. We identify it, call this thing, that boss, please check. But we are unable to identify that which part is making the problem, whether the ball of the bearing has worn off. So if I give this particular data, whether it's for drone, whether it's for unmanned vehicle, whether it's against machine learning, whether it's for artificial intelligence, whatever it is, I have to precisely give the input data so that it gets a feedback circuit. Basically, how this artificial intelligence and other thing works. You give a data is generated, there is a feedback loop which runs from there to there. They try to find a similarity. Wherever there is a difference, they identify that this is the difference point. For example, I'm having a frequency like this, and somewhere the frequency is picking up. So it identifies that this is the frequency. Then I give a data that this enhance in frequency is because of the component A. So the machine stops and gives me a warning that change component A or replace component A. Now, unless and until I give both of these data, machine learning or artificial intelligence won't work. So that is what we are working now, giving more and more data, more and more precise data, so that it can resemble, it can superimpose the data with my existing data and give me a feedback. Now, what exactly we are, after giving this, what's the role of the computer science engineers? Is to get back this feedback as early as possible. That is the role of the computer science people working with Icaaiml. I have identified, as a mechanical engineer, I have identified the problem. I've also given you that what will be the problem, what will be the response through oscilloscope if the problem is with the gear, if the problem is with the bearing, if the problem is with the shaft, if the problem is with the motor, if the problem is with the bearing balls or rollers of the bearing. That much I can give you as a mechanical engineer. Your work as a artificial intelligence or machine learning graduates or people, researchers, would be to get me a program so that this feedback is minimum time. You have to use some sort of algorithm in order to get the feedback done at a very fast rate. Because there are situations, for example, if I'm going to, say, space, a change in a fraction of a millimeter can take me to hell. So I must know immediately that my track is changing. This should have been the track, the present track is like this. It should be told to me exactly as early as possible, and that we can only get it from you, the people working with Icaaiml. That I cannot do. I, as a mechanical engineer, cannot do it. I, or somebody as an electrical engineer, as a civil engineer, he cannot do it. If I'm trying to come out with this disaster management, I must get this data. Then only a medical doctor can help. I must know that this patient is still alive. Now, this will come with my feedback. The efficiency of the software, the efficiency of the code developed by you will help me in identifying the